The UN General Assembly just met and they had a vote for the immediate ceasefire in Gaza. I know Australia declined to vote for or against, but just another question for the Prime Minister. They see that Tonga voted against the immediate ceasefire in Gaza, just a reason for both Australia and Tonga.
I'll let the Minister of Foreign Affairs answer the.
Kore ke hufanga he ngahi whakatapu kakato e whanua mo lotu, kai ataha ke whai atoa ki I whakamala ala ki he whehu I koe nina e toki tuku mai. Pea oku mahu inga be ke tuku atuha ki I puipuitua, ki he whaunga ngā ue ai pureanga whakatahataha, o whakatatau ki he ne charter, piko United Nations Charter, kauma a ngahi lao whakavaha a pureanga. Oku mui I pe tauhi e pureanga Tonga ke ngahi lao, whikau aki mo e totonu ai tangata, o kau ki ai e lao e wha, Geneva Conventions, aia oku ngā wei whikau aki mo e whepaki pe koe tau mo e hoko, ai kou hoko koe I Palestine mo Israeli. Paku ai ai ko ngā ua o mahu inga I he lao ko I ni ko Iraki, kono malui o kakai I he taimi o tau, pe mo whie mau ke whakaata hano tufaki a ngahi mea kai, kau mai supplies ki he ke kakai. Pea koe konga no wā, koe totonu o hawhanua ke malui pe koe self defense. Pea o kui kai ke poupou I he pureanga Tonga ki hono whakapōngi tae whakalao ai kakai, ka mai kakai whiwhine mo whanau koe ni I Gaza. Ka ok mahino be o kui ai totonu ai whanua kotoa ke ne malui, a hono whanua self-defense ai au haa ia kupuni mataha, o I charter ai pureanga whakatataha, koe toki pea oku whakata ke whanua koe ni ke self-defense ka uma ke whakahoka tutuuni ai Security Council, peko kosi rio koe ni o e malui ai UN. Ai koe resolution koe ni na rak whakahu ia ke Security Council. Pena I vito lewa ai, pau ki ai lewa whainga mahari ke o mai e kaweinga ko ia ke aleai I he General Assembly. Pea koe tuku pe whainga mahari ai koe platform pe ia ke talanoai hanga I kaweinga. Ka koe u resolutions koe o ku hao koe me he General Assembly whikau aki mo e security o ku kaike binding. Ai koe o kaike ke binding ia. Pea o ku koe resolution koe na e o hake koe ni e soatane. Na kaike pehe ia o ku kaike loto a Tonga ki he katoa resolution. Na ia koe konga koe ki he humanitarian support me mea koe na poupou ka kato ia e Tongani. Ka koe tuu koe ni e whaunga ngā ue koe ni resolution o ku kaike lava ke te tari ki ta konga kai tari a konga. O pau pe koe io pe I kai. Aia koe na e hanga he pureanga kanata o whakotuu ke kau he resolution ai foi mea koe ni COVID na whai koe ni Hamas I Israeli. Kana kai ke tāri ia he ufonua. Kana poupou e tonga ia ai foi amendment koe ia ki ke resolution koe na e whakahoko. Aia koe mea ia koe na e voti ai koa Tonga ko o kai ke poupou I ai resolution koe ni. Aia te lawe pe ke uhinga e whāna kai ke lawa I koe ke poupou e Tonga. He kohi na kai ke kau he resolution ia. I kai ke kau ia hono o hofi koe Hamas a Israeli e aho fitu koe o wanoa. O katopa aho wanoa ua tolu. Na kai ke kau ia, na kai ke naulot na to ke kau ai ai mea ko ia e nai mōre ai ngai mo ui lahi. Pea kai ki ngata ai nai kai haasi whakamalohi i ai ai toko ua ngeau tupu o i kakai koe o Israeli o kei tauhi pe i Gaza. Ko rua kina ke lawe a resolution ia koe ni ke totono a Israeli ke ne malui a hono kakai ke le mo e koloa me ngahi whakae haua koe nai hoko. Pea koe tolu o ku tau manatu pe na tau toki whakafolau mai e toko ono taha me Israeli ko hui koe conflict koe ni. Ropana ke hanga e Israeli o malui e nau whonua. Koutui e iai we sia ai mo hui e nihi koe na nau iai. Ea koe resolution koe ni o focus pe ia ke whakahoko ai toko ni whakawhaha a pureanga ki he states pe koe pureanga. Koe Hamas ia, koe terrorist organization. Ai au e kai te nau pepe nau tori au koe ke lawe ange ai resolution ia koe ni kia nau tolo. Ai au koe uhinga lalahi ia koe ai position koe a Tonga koe ke he mea koe ni o poupoi e Tonga Israeli ke condemn a mea koe nai hoko ke whakapapau i kia nau totonu ke nau malu i nau whonua ka he taim tatau ke whakaata pe ke hu mai ai u supplies mo humanitarian aid ke tokoni ki he nihi ko nau i Gaza. Malo.
Just, very briefly, first of all, to acknowledge the tragedy of the situation unfolding, I wanted to say a very sincere thank you to your Prime Minister and Foreign Minister. You got a plane out with Tongans, and you also made an offer to assist with Australians needing to leave, and we did have an Australian on the flight, and that was at a time when we were having challenges securing flights out. So first of all, just to congratulate your government on their swift action and say thank you for us. It's all about this idea of helping each other in need, and we felt very supported over that period. So thank you very much. You've probably seen our media on why Australia abstained, and I think the words we're using are we were disappointed to abstain, and that was because we felt the statement was incomplete because it didn't acknowledge the attack on the 7th of October. So we have committed significant humanitarian assistance into Palestine, most recently an additional 15 million Australian dollars. We understand the severity of the humanitarian situation. Our hearts are very much with the Israelis that suffered that attack and with the people of Palestine now. But that statement was incomplete according to our foreign policy position because of the absence of those statements that recognised the beginning of this conflict from October, understanding that it's within the broader context of decades of difficulty.
Following up on Lala's question about the Israeli-Hamas war or crisis at the moment, Tonga opted to vote against the resolution, which divides the Pacific. Tonga joined 5 others to vote no. Australia plus 5 others from the Pacific nations, they opted to abstain. Samoa opted to be quiet. Did you think, I understand that the resolution is a non-binding one according to Section 15 of the UN Charter and all that, but when you look at the international arena at the moment, and that's when it ties up to you, Mr. Prime Minister, you are traveling to the Cook Islands for the next PIF meeting in there. And one of the things that you are after, as you mentioned last week during the press conference, was you are trying to get together, to join together as a force of the Pacific, to go and request or try to get the money for the Pacific only from the big UN money that was generated in the PIF 27. And looking after this split here now of people opting to abstain, Tonga, Fiji, the Marshalls, New Guinea, and Nauru, they opted to vote for, together with America and the UK. Do you think in the international arena that with this split, even though it's a non-binding one according to the UN Charter, Do you think in trying to impress the others who are putting the money in and we're trying to get some from that will make a negative impact on that approach?
Well, first of all, we're not trying to impress anyone. This is a sovereign decision made by the government of Tonga. And second of all, priorities like climate change doesn't split us. I mean, we're all together on climate change. So, I mean, there are decisions that are sovereign-based, so countries make their own decision, and there are others that we decide we need to come together as a bloc to actually, like climate change, as I mentioned earlier on. We're not here to impress anyone. We're here to make decisions on what we think is best for Tonga.